92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The dating world is a lot like playing a video game. Unless you have a cheat code, you're probably going to lose.
Wow, that's depressing.
You're going to spend hours and hours and hours in front of a game machine, pumping quarters into it and just watching it take and take and take.
Preach, brother.
And take everything that you have until you lose and walk away. And before you know it, you spent 4 years of your life trying to win this video game. It doesn't care one bit about you. And then you go back the next day and somebody else is there pressing its buttons.
Wow, that just got really
Enough about me.
depressing.
We're talking about Ronald, who's on the phone right now to do a second date update. And apparently he actually went on a date to a video game arcade, and that's why I bring it up.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ronald, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Wow,
Good.
Ronald, I thought you were just a really, really sad man about the state of dating right now.
Yeah, that's kind of his issue. That's completely different than what I experienced.
Okay, good. There is hope out there for some people.
That's a Jubal flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your email said that you went out with a girl to a video game arcade. Before we get into that, how did you meet her?
I actually met her on a new dating application I was trying out. Friend told me about it.
A dating application.
Fancy.
Well, you guys would probably know it as an app. App is short for applications.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you met her on this dating application. Did you guys talk a bunch before you went out, or did you just kind of meet and then go out?
We seemed to hit it off pretty good through the text. So, yeah, we went ahead and decided to meet up at an old school arcade venue. So we went in there and played some old school games like, Asteroids, and
Cool.
they had all the ones. It was really fun. It was a really cool place.
Did you allow her to win, or did you destroy her?
Oh, no.
Well, actually, I'm a little bit competitive, but, I didn't want to, freak her out or anything. So, yeah, I kind of let her win a little bit, but I don't know, it just started, eating away at me just slowly as the points were rising. I was like, oh, my God, this is terrible. I was like, oh, I just felt like such a loser.
You feel
What?
like a
Okay, wait,
loser.
slow
You're
down.
a date.
One, why would you feel like a loser for not winning a video game?
I don't know, because I was looking around and everybody was, playing, and it was like the heavy competition thing started creeping in. There was a lot of couples there, and, most of the time the guy was winning. I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm like the only loser here that's losing to a female here.
So you actually,
Wow.
you were taking it seriously that you were losing. By the way, I guarantee none of those people were watching you if you felt like they were watching you.
You weren't there, man. They were absolutely watching me. They kept glancing over and kind of gesturing to each other. I saw one lady kind of nudge her boyfriend, like, oh, my God, look at this.
What?
It's embarrassing.
Well,
You sound like an intense man.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little intense. I guess she thought so, too.
She thought so? Did she comment on it?
Yeah, she made a little comment. We were playing Pac-Man, and I'd almost tied us up, and I guess the controller kind of got stuck or something, and I couldn't swerve around a corner, and I got eaten. And in a momentary loss of judgment, I kicked the machine pretty hard.
Oh, dude.
So you're freaking out on the machine. That's awesome.
I'll kill you.
Not only that, but it sounds like every time you're losing, you have something else to blame besides, I don't know, your own lack of skills.
No, the controller stuck. It wasn't my fault at all. It was one of those old school arcade games. Those kids have been beating up on that machine all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
people.
sticky.
So the thing is, people kick those things and then they get ruined.
Whatever, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, it happened. She didn't seem absolutely freaked out by it.
Absolutely freaked out.
Just a
But
little.
the manager of the store actually was a little upset. He actually walked over and kind of scolded me like a little kid, which is a little embarrassing.
Oh, really?
Not cool.
So wait, you went out to an arcade where you proceeded to get beat and then took it out on a machine, and you're wondering why this woman isn't calling you back?
Well, yeah, but I mean, hold on. It gets better. Trust me, it's going to get better. So
Okay. Better.
Better in a good way, or better like you ruined this date even more?
no, it was a good turnaround.
Okay.
Okay, what happened?
So we're sitting there playing, and she kind of laughed about the manager. Seemed to kind of turn her on a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, 'cause-
bad boy, huh?
Yeah.
Give her the bad boy thing, and I just played it off like whatever.
Yeah.
And, so next thing I know, we're actually behind one of the pinball machines making out.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
What?
Wow.
She made out with you behind a pinball machine?
Yeah, I guess it got her a little hot, just kind of being the defiant, rebellious type.
That'll happen, man. You know what I mean? When you say screw the system, I'm going to kick this game if I want to. Who made the move to make out? You or her?
Well, I made the first move, duh. I mean, I'm a pretty badass guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I don't go out too often, so, when I do, I go for the kill.
it. Okay.
We lock lips, and next thing you know, I mean, we're just like all up and down each other's throats. So.
Wow.
Wow.
I really
we
misjudged this whole story.
Nice make out in the arcade.
I'll let you know.
How did the date end after your romance in the arcade?
It ended pretty good, actually, on a good note, because the manager actually saw us again. He walked by to change out the quarters or whatever in a machine, and he saw us making out. And then he came up and told us that we had to get out of there. And I was like, this place anyway. So I grabbed her hand and walked out the front door.
So,
Wait,
he kicked you out because he saw you making out?
Right.
But you were making out in an arcade in midday.
I know, pretty badass, huh?
I think so, Ronald. Well, why do you think she's not calling you back then if you guys had such a hot, steamy romance in the arcade?
Well, we got back to my place, and, the whole time we were pretty much, a lot of physical contact. It felt like...
Wow, it's still going. I thought you were done after the arcade.
No, I wasn't about to let the date end. I took it back to my place.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Right. I misjudged you completely at the beginning of this call.
I don't know what's happening.
You got swag.
So what happened back at your place then?
We pretty much picked up where we left off at the arcade, on a horizontal level.
You guys hooked up?
We didn't go all the way, but, we messed around quite a bit, and then at one point she just totally stopped on me, and I was kind of sitting there like, okay, got us all hot and bothered here, and then she's wanting to take off. I didn't quite understand, everything seemed like it was going really good. She was turned on. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when a girl's around a guy like you, they can't trust themselves, so they got to get out of the situation,
That's what I'm talking about.
So maybe that was it. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since she left your place?
Quite a few times. I tried through the dating app twice, and, I let a couple days go by. I just started to call her cell phone number and still didn't get any answer.
Okay.
And do you want to date her, or do you just want to finish what you guys started?
Yeah, definitely.
Which
Yeah,
one?
definitely. What?
Well, both preferably.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
I appreciate it much.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Ronald is on the phone. And this isn't your grandma's Ronald. No, this Ronald is a certified badass. Kicking computer games and taking names. No respect for authority whatsoever. That's the Ronald we know. If you were just listening, we talked to Ronald about his first date with a girl named Julia. They went out, they went to an arcade. He got in trouble because he kicked one of the video games there, and the manager said, hey, don't kick our video games. And then he got up from that video game with his date and then pushed her against a pinball machine. They started making out, and then they got kicked out of the arcade for making out. But it didn't stop there. They went back to his house and even made out a little bit more on his bed before she just couldn't take anymore and had to leave. All right, Ronald, are you ready to give her a call and find out why she would stop the action?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not even going to guess on this one because I thought for sure it was because you were kind of a lunatic when it came to video games and she didn't like you, but she ended up back at your place, so I know nothing.
I know how to bring them home. What can I say?
Yeah, apparently you do, sir.
That's right, Ronald. Let's do this. Let's see why she wouldn't be calling you back, big dog.
I know you're just joking, but in real life, I'm kind of a badass.
Okay.
I know. I'm not saying that you're not, Ronald. I just think that should be your theme song. Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number.
Dial her up. Let's quit around. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Okay, Ronald means business.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is Julia there?
Hi, this is she.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
I would love to know.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a guy, and he emailed us seeing if we could get you on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Have you been on a lot of dates recently?
No, not too many. I mean, I feel like I do maybe 2 per week. I try not to overwhelm myself.
Okay. Well, this one was with a guy named Ronald, and you went to an arcade.
Yes.
All right.
I
So,
definitely remember that one.
do you remember your date with Ronald?
how I do.
All right. Well, Ronald emailed us because he thought you guys had a great time, but he says that you're not getting back to him and he'd like to go out with you again. So he asked if we could maybe get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. He told us that the date went awesome. He even told us that you guys were making out and stuff. So it's kind of confusing.
Wow, that's private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how Ronald is. Not a whole lot's private with Ronald, I feel like.
Oh my gosh.
But you liked him, right? Like you were into the date, obviously.
I mean, he had this whole like tough guy facade going, and in a way I appreciated it because I thought, oh, like he's trying to impress me, you know? I thought that was kind of cool.
Do you mean him getting kicked out of an arcade for kicking a machine and then making out with you?
Whoa, he told you guys everything.
Yeah, he did. You liked that, though.
That part, yes.
Really? It didn't make you feel like you were in junior high all over again and dating some teenager?
No, it felt, I don't know, it felt really risky and like fun and thrilling. So I thought, yeah, I'll go with it. It was fun.
Okay, so you enjoyed making out with him there, and did you enjoy the makeout session when you went back to his place?
Wait, why are you asking me? It sounds like he told you everything already.
He pretty much did. But the reason that we're confused is you were making out with him, and then you stopped and left.
Yeah, he had no idea. Like it was out of the blue.
So we're wondering why you don't want to go out with him again if you were, like, all into it.
Well, what he did was out of the blue.
What did he do?
It's really embarrassing for him, not me.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on the radio.
No, I definitely think you should.
If it's embarrassing for him, he's the one that set up this whole phone call. Like, he's the one that's putting your business out on the radio. So we've already talked to him, and he says he doesn't care. He just wants to know why you won't call him back.
Well, if you must know,
Yes.
we were, we were really into it. Like we were making out. It was good. It was fine. And then all of a sudden, he was touching my boobs, and he honked it and said, "Woohoo!"
Wait, what? Did you just say he honked your boob?
Yeah, only one of them. He honked my left boob and said, "Woohoo!"
Did he? Wait.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't even know he did it. He didn't acknowledge it.
He didn't call attention to the fact that he said woohoo.
No, and I mean so I stopped because I thought, okay, he's throwing in a joke while we're getting hot and heavy, which I think is lame. But I was like, whatever. He's just trying to be funny. It's okay. But he definitely was not joking, and just continued. Like, he didn't miss a beat. Like, I don't know if he knew he did it.
But it's like, I mean, to be kind of on his side, he has one bad moment in a long, sounds like, makeout session. You couldn't get past a little boob honk?
I mean, a honk is one thing, but going woohoo along with it, that just kind of put me over.
I could see how that would kill the mood. That would have been followed up by
celebratory.
a yippee if you'd have let him do other things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, he's got like a list of these little celebratory chants that he does. I don't want to stick around for the night.
Okay, so
So why
that's
did-
when you stopped and took off?
Right.
Oh, the bad boy wasn't so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell him that was a turnoff to you?
Because he seemed so oblivious to it that I thought, let me just run now.
Yeah, why waste the time and have a conversation?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, this is the first date. I'm just going to stop now and then never talk to him again.
Okay, well, I do have bad news for you then, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to have at least one more conversation with you.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Ronald, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't say woo-hoo. The most I said was woo.
It doesn't matter if you said woo or woo-hoo. It's just strange to hear those noises while we're in the middle of something like that. This isn't a sport where you're going to win something.
So what? I like to spice things up. It was my natural reaction, I was going for it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of agree with Ronald.
Really?
Julie, yeah, like, I don't know, it takes a while for two people to learn their likes and dislikes in the romantic sense, and I don't think you gave him a shot. You don't like one thing and you turn him down?
I mean, maybe we're just different. If you would have had Ronald making out with you, honk your boob, yell woohoo, would you have gone on a second date with him?
There's a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have gone out with Ronald to begin with. But if I got to a point where he's honking my boob and I didn't like it, I mean, I would have told him and we probably would have continued making out. I don't know.
If he said woohoo in the middle of, yeah, right.
That's an excited thing. It's not like he was disappointed.
Yeah, but he sounds like a Simpsons character. Woo!
You know, like you guys are making fun of it, but she was into it at the time. You know, she was moaning like. So yeah, I went for it.
Wow.
That wasn't moaning. That was me trying to hold back my vomit.
Okay.
Whatever. You know you liked it.
Chemistry is
All
good
right.
here.
Well, Julia, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Ronald? We will pay for it.
I'm going to go with no.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird.
Really? Maybe you grab your butt and get a Zoiks out of the whole deal.
Oh, gosh. Definitely not. I really don't want to feel like I'm on an episode of Mickey Mouse.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us and being honest with us about your date. I appreciate that, Julia.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. And Ronald, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's all right. I can honk on somebody else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Honk
Get
away,
after it
sir.
then, Ronnie.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm going to text in at 78592 that says, I'm definitely over my quota today for hearing the term honk my boob. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ronnie, as I like to call him, is a badass.
Yeah, he is.
And he wanted to call a girl named Julia who wasn't calling him back after their date. They went to an arcade, and Ronald talked about how cool he was when he got upset at playing Pac-Man and then kicked the machine. And the owner of the place came over and said, hey, please don't do that. And then he was like, dude, I was just showing her that I didn't care about anything. I don't care about authority.
I care your rules.
And then he pushed her up against the machine and started making out with her, which she liked. And then they got kicked out of the place, basically. And he was like, dude, she was totally into me because I'm a badass. Well, it turns out she wasn't calling him back because when they got back to his place, they were messing around a little bit. And then he got to second base, and he honked her boob, and then went, woo, woo. Like actually said woohoo, and that turned her off. Then she left and decided she doesn't want to see him again.
It all sounds like a story from junior high, from the arcade game, like
I'm surprised you didn't just
Rebel to the boob honk.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that was the thing that pushed her over. Like there were so many things prior to that could have done the job.
Right? As soon as he starts to like get angry at a video game and start beating the crap out of it, you're
I'm
like, all right,
done.
this guy is a little
Yeah.
weird.
Red flag.
Somebody texted in 78592 and said, thanks to Ronald, I have a new signature move whenever I touch a girl's boob.
Yeah, I think that it didn't work out for him. So you may want to take that into consideration before you pick it up as your signature move.
Somebody else said, I dated a guy who honked my boobs all the time like that.
I had one.
And now we're
girlfriend-
getting married in 3 weeks.
Really?
So it also could work out for you.
You know?
Hey.
It just depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
Remember,
Honking.
if
There's
you want
something for everybody.
to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Somebody said, I just honked my girl's boobs because we're listening to you guys right now. Yeah. If you're with your girlfriend right now, just reach over. If you're carpooling to work or whatever, just honk her
Or
boob.
vice versa, girls. Reach
Honk
over
him
to
back.
your man,
There's a
honk
place
him.
you can honk too. Why not everybody do that in traffic right now? Honk each other.
Hey, and if you're by yourself or you're in carpool,
Honk yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, no way to get closer to your your coworkers than to
Inappropriate.
Honk each other and then honk the horn to let the people next to you know that you're honking each other. Everybody just get one big good honk in on a part of your friend's body right now.
I love a
to
good
celebrate.
honk fest.
No.
Yeah, man.
All right, speaking of a honk fest, Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
There are some places you should never go on a date.
Oh, yeah?
One of those places would be Centralia, Washington. Don't go there on a date, ever. Oh, why do I say that? We're talking to Sheena today. She emailed us about a dude she, well, I guess kind of met, named Ross. She met him online. Sheena, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Now, your email said that you scheduled a date with a dude out in Centralia where he lives, but you never actually met him?
Yeah, I never actually met him. I got stood up.
Oh.
Apparently, she drove 2 hours to meet this guy.
Oh, no.
And then he blew her off.
Yep.
Isn't there somebody on Match that lives, like, closer to you? Why drive 2 hours to meet somebody? I'm sure you can find somebody in your local area.
Well, we had been talking for a few days, and I was a little resistant because it's so far away. But he talked me into it. He was charming, and then I have a girlfriend that lives out there, too, so I thought, I can just go see her afterwards, or if I need somewhere to crash, I can crash with her.
Okay.
So I went for it.
Okay, so you went all the way to Centralia to meet this guy. What happened?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I drove, and he was texting me the whole time I was driving down there. He texted me to make sure I was coming, and I was like, yes, and he didn't get the text, so I pulled over and wrote him back, and, he kept writing me, but I was driving, so I couldn't respond, but he seemed super into me, and then I got there. And
So did you guys text all the way up until the point that you got to the restaurant?
he was texting me the whole time, and I was trying to respond, but I was driving, so I wasn't texting him the whole time, which makes me think, maybe he thought I was blowing him off.
All right. At any point did you say, hey, I'm driving, I can't really text you right now?
No. For like the last 45 minutes of it, I didn't text him back, and that's why I feel like, oh, well, maybe that's where I screwed up, because, I should have pulled over and been like, hey, I'm half an hour away, or,
Right.
given him some kind of feedback.
Okay, but you texted him when you got to the restaurant and everything.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm here, where are you? And I saw that there was a pickup truck parked like a little bit away from the pizza place, and I thought, maybe it was him. And I was like, hey, are you in because there was a guy in there. And I was like, are you in the pickup truck? Are you coming inside? And then a few minutes later, the pickup truck left. And then I waited like another 20 minutes, and I didn't hear from him, so I took off.
Do you think it was him in the truck?
I mean, I can't help but think, like, oh, well, maybe he was in the truck, and he saw me, and he wasn't as enthused, and he left or something. I don't know.
So what'd you do? Did you at least have some pizza?
No, I went and met my girlfriend and drank some wine.
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of him since this happened?
I've texted him a few times.
And he doesn't answer you at all?
No, he hasn't answered me at all.
Like no apology, no explanation, nothing?
No, nothing. Yeah, and I just want to know, it's just, we had been talking for a few days, and it just, feels shitty.
So mostly you just want clarity and to understand why he did this. You don't really want a second date.
I mean, if he were to have, some really good explanation, but...
Saving a puppy's life or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get him on the phone, and find out why he ditched you. Hopefully it's a really good explanation so we can get you a second date.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's probably not going to be. Okay?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Sheena is on the phone with us right now. She wants us to call a dude named Ross that she met online. Now, he lives like 2 hours away. Wow. She drove to meet him for pizza after they'd been texting for a little while after they initially met, and he stood her up. Never actually met in person.
Jeez.
On her drive down there, he was texting her the whole time. She couldn't really text back because she doesn't text and drive, which, again, Sheena, I commend you. It's a very responsible thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But she thinks that maybe not texting him back while she was driving led him to believe that he was being blown off.
Yeah.
Anyway, she got to the pizza place. Nobody was there except for a truck that she saw with a dude sitting in it. And Sheena, you texted him and said, hey, are you in the truck? And did the truck drive off right away after you did that?
No, not right away. I think it was a few minutes after.
Okay. My initial instinct is to think if you texted him, hey, are you in the truck? And then it skirted out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
It was probably him.
Not a good sign.
But if it was a couple minutes, maybe it wasn't him.
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're about to get him on the phone and find out, one, why he just stood you up, and two, if you even want a second date with him, right?
Yes.
I still have hope that there's a reasonable explanation for this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so. He seems like a nice guy initially.
All right, we'll call him, see if we can get him on the phone. You ready?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Ross.
There's no Ross here.
Is this 6559?
Yeah?
Okay, and you're not Ross?
Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
Do you know a Ross?
Not really.
Can I be honest with you? I'm having a hard time believing that this is not a guy named Ross. Or somebody that told someone else their name is Ross and gave them this number. I'll tell you why, okay? Because one of our listeners recently met you online. This is the number they have. They said your name was Ross. You had a profile set up and everything else. They drove 2 hours to meet you, and then you ditched them at a pizza place.
What is to laugh about?
What's so funny?
I know what's going on. Trust me.
I don't. Can you tell me?
I was just getting her back, okay?
What?
That's all that was going on.
You're getting her back?
Yeah, it was pretty ingenious on my part, actually.
I'm so confused.
All right. You sound really proud of yourself. Explain to me what you're talking about.
Well, Sheena broke up with me about 6 months ago. We dated for off and on for almost a year. I caught her cheating with another guy, so, I thought I'd have a little fun.
No way.
Wait. So what did you do?
I used a picture of some other guy. I messaged her. We messaged back and forth. So I figured I'd send her on a little wild goose chase 2 hours away.
Oh, my God.
Wow. So you catfished your ex-girlfriend, basically.
Pretty much.
All that work to just make her drive 2 hours away and sit at a pizza place by herself.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. It made me happy. Very happy.
Ross, you've never heard of, the high road, taking that?
She missed out on the high road about 6 months ago, so,
You sound really proud of yourself.
Well, I didn't know she was going to emphasize it by calling a radio station. This is great.
I cannot believe you.
So that voice right there is Sheena.
You're on the line. You are such a childish douche. I'm like.
Oh, did I upset you? I'm so sorry. I would have loved to have seen your face, by the way, as you're looking around. Go, where's Ross? Where's Ross?
You are such a child.
Sheena, is this...
Oh, wow, that really hurts. My goodness.
Me why I left. Thank you for reminding me why I'm not with you.
Oh, my God.
Sheena, is this really your ex-boyfriend?
Yep. You wonder why, right? You wonder why.
Well, did you really cheat on him like he's accusing you of?
Yes.
It's not black and white. It is not black and white.
Oh,
Yes, you
there
did.
it is, yeah.
Okay, well, Sheena, you found out what the issue is. Your
exists.
ex-boyfriend wanted to get revenge on you and make you drive 2 hours to meet some dude that he made up.
Hey, Sheena, maybe you should meet Ross later.
He's funny.
Oh, you. Shut up.
I guess you get what you reap. You reap what you sow, or however the hell it goes. Pay back your You got it, girl.
Wow. Hey, at this point, I would love to ask you, too, if you would go on a second date.
Oh, come on.
I'll pay for it.
Oh, kill
Ross,
me.
you can go out with Ross.
So proud of himself right now.
That's crazy. All right, so I'm assuming neither of you want to go out with each other. No? All right. Well, Sheena, there you go. That's what happened, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
And what is your real name, Ross?
My name is Derek, and I feel very good right now. Thank you, thank you.
Sheena, how do you feel? Sheena?
Oh, no.
I think Sheena hung up.
You guys just made my whole day. I mean, you really did. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, man. Hey, your hard work paid off, I guess.
Yeah, made your day, ruined Sheena's.
Payback is...
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the emphasis on my practical joke. Bam! Thank you.
Good work. Might go down as one of the best ex-revenge stories ever.
That was cool, guys.
Yeah, not for her, but for sure.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, Sheena broke up with me about 6 months ago. We dated for off and on for almost a year. I caught her cheating with another guy, so, I thought I'd have a little fun.
That was, well, I guess we'll call him Ross from the second date update. His name isn't really Ross, but that's the name that he made up to basically catfish his ex-girlfriend. If you missed the second date update that we just played, Sheena wanted us to call this dude that she met online. He convinced her to come meet up with him in Centralia, which is like 2 hours away from where she lives. She's like in Everett. She went down there. He stood her up. Never met her for pizza where they were supposed to meet. Yeah. Never called her back. Nothing. We ended up getting the guy on the phone for a second date update. Turns out it was actually her ex-boyfriend trying to get even with her because she cheated on him. So he wanted her to drive 2 hours out of her way to meet some dude for a date that wouldn't show up. Text in at 78592. This guy is a freaking genius.
I know.
And you would think people would be hating on this dude, but everybody on the text board is like, what a brilliant idea.
You guys, come on.
I feel so shallow, but I like him too. I mean, if you've ever been cheated on, it's the worst feeling ever, and some kind of payback.
Yeah, but there's something to be said for taking the high road, being the more mature one.
There's also something to be said for having an awesome revenge plan and then carrying it out. And not only carrying it out, but then having us call to do a second date update and getting it aired on the radio.
He doesn't even plan on that. He's like, dude, this is even better than I thought it was going to be.
Got a text in at 78592. I should do that to my ex-wife because she cheated on me.
You guys.
Everybody now is wanting to do this. It was a pretty elaborate scheme, but it worked out well for him, and he was proud of himself.
He was so proud. He sounds like he's still so bitter about it.
Well, I think usually you are if you get cheated on. Most people I know that I've never been cheated on.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody that crazy out there. But if somebody did, I'd probably harbor some bad feelings about them for a while. Yeah. Another text in at 78592. Wait, I know Ross from Centralia. That guy's a D-bag.
Oh, God.
So the real Ross down in Centralia is getting a bad rep for the second date update.
Too bad.
Just bad all over the place.
Yeah. Did you guys like it? Do you think it's a good idea? Natasha Curry's, remember, filling in for Brooke this weekend, formerly of Headline News.
Woo. It sounds like you said you like to make people's dreams come true. It sounds like he actually has some closure and a little satisfaction out of this.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You also let her know that you're thinking about her and you've put so much effort into her. Which, I mean, the best revenge, I think, is always apathy. It's always like, I don't care about you enough to do anything.
Usually I would agree with you. Because if you let somebody get in your head, that means that they've won.
Yeah.
But if you do this and then you're in her head that bad where she emails us to do a second date update, and then we call him live on the radio, and it gets aired how she cheated on you, and then you made her drive 2 hours out of her way to meet up with a fake dude that you thought, like a scheme that you thought up. It's pretty genius.
Yeah.
And remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know how it works. If you have a problem with somebody and you want our advice, email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will give you our advice as long as you make a very awkward phone call in exchange. Now, I'm sure we all have those friends that you watch a Seahawks game or any sporting event with, and they get a little too into it. Yeah. Sometimes when they get really upset. And they're yelling at the TV, and you're just like, dude, calm down a little bit. That's the kind of guy that we're talking to today. His name is Dave. And apparently Dave freaked out when the Seahawks lost to the San Diego Chargers on Sunday. Dave, how are you?
No, hey, guys. I've been better, I guess.
Are you still upset about the loss, dude?
Yeah, are you kidding me? We haven't lost in like 9 months. This is awful.
So,
into San Diego, of all teams.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up, Dave.
Don't laugh, Brooke. He's going to freak out.
Dave wants to call a girl today because he made a fool of himself at her football party.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Why don't you tell everybody what you did?
So I was at a party on Sunday watching the Seahawks game, and there's about a dozen people there, and well, I don't have to tell you about the game. Things just got out of hand, and we just couldn't convert on third downs, and our defense is playing like a high school team.
It was a very bad game. Yeah, we all saw it. We know it sucked to watch them lose, but why don't you tell everybody what you did and what you're...
San Diego.
Okay.
All right, hey, Dave. Why don't you just tell everybody what the big issue is, though?
The issue is we got to a point late in the game where just everything's falling apart, and I got emotional. I got a little carried away, and I took a pillow that was right next to me on the couch, and I just kind of flung it in frustration. I just threw it, and I didn't look where I was throwing it, and it knocked over a lamp, and it broke the lamp, everybody's just like, it's like in a movie where the record scratches and everything stops and people are just...
Yeah, everybody's probably looking at you like, geez, man. So you threw a pillow out of frustration and you broke your friend's lamp.
Yeah, well, that's the awkward thing. She's not a friend of mine. Like, she's an acquaintance,
so you don't know her that... Okay. I was under the assumption that was like a good friend of yours that you were at their house.
No.
That makes it even worse. So you basically came into a stranger's house and broke their lamp.
Yeah, I mean, that's the bullet point on it. It was awkward. And I was already before this happened, just so emotional over the game. And then this happened. I was mortified. I left. I just left.
What did she do after you broke the lamp?
Everybody stared at me. I could tell she was angry, but she was trying to act like, oh, it's okay, everybody. And I just left. I was so mortified and I was so upset. I just had to go walk it off. And I ended up going home. I never even came back.
Oh, no.
So you just... Yeah.
Jeez,
so you come into her house.
Weird.
So you come into her house, you break her lamp, and then you just leave. That's amazing. Are you sure you want to call her? I mean, you might just want to give her that story for the rest of her life.
No, I have to call her. All my friends have been texting me all day, telling me, you got to apologize and making fun of me and telling me what a heel I am. And
Are you willing to pay for the lamp? Is that going to be part of your offer?
Oh God, yeah.
So you want to get her on the phone and apologize for breaking her lamp.
Yeah, I want to do that. I need your advice, how to do it, I guess.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, give you our advice, and then have you call her on the air and apologize for breaking her stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awkward.
Oh, remember the sound effect is still there. We're going to use that when he makes the phone call for the Awkward Tuesday phone call right after this.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Dave is on the phone with us right now. He emailed us about the situation that he's having. To put it pretty simply, he was at a girl's house watching the football game. When the Seahawks lost, he got mad, threw a pillow, and broke a lamp. And then he stormed off without even saying, I'm sorry or anything else, in tears. So he wants to call her right now and apologize for breaking her stuff. And then, maybe offer to pay for it. Because according to your friends who know her better than you, she's pretty upset about the whole thing, right, Dave?
Yeah, they're telling me.
Okay.
I mean, Dave, just from the description alone, it sounds like you had a Hulk moment. Like you just went absolutely crazy and then just left without explanation.
Dave smash.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I acted like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Are you worried that you're going to get blacklisted from your social events from now on?
Honestly, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you coming over to my house to watch any more Seahawks games. As somebody who's been in these type of situations, Dave, I think the best thing to do is just fall on your sword and apologize and be like, hey, I'm a jackass. I'm sorry I broke your stuff. Let me pay for it. Or you could say, how about this? Since I broke your stuff, you can come into my house, break whatever you want. You got a minute. You can break whatever you want and then leave. So you can do it either way. I don't know what you would prefer.
I think I'm happy to apologize, but I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to break any more things.
Yeah. Okay, and if you offer to pay for it and she says no, freak out on her.
Oh yeah.
Right there, yeah. All right, man. You about ready to give her a phone call and see if you can apologize successfully?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna dial the phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, Melody?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Who is this?
Hey, it's Dave from the other day. I was at your house for the Seahawks game. I don't know if you remember or not, but
Yeah, I remember.
yeah. Listen, I I lost my temper and I lost my cool. And
you acted totally insane. You acted completely crazy. You ruined my party. Everybody left, like, right after you. You broke my lamp. You cried. Like,
yeah, I know. Believe me. I nobody feels worse about this than me. It's just, I'm in San Diego. Can you believe that? I mean, how the hell do we let them walk all over us?
Look, dude, it doesn't even matter. I mean, it doesn't, like, get over it. I'm sorry, but I'm so mad. Like, an apology is not even going to cover it because, I mean, I don't even know what to say to you right now except that you owe me a lot of money for that lamp that you broke, that's for sure. And,
well, what do you mean a lot of money?
Yeah, you're going to pay for my lamp, and it was a really expensive lamp. It's like $200. So how are we dealing with this?
You got to be kidding me.
You came to my house. I have nice things, and you broke my lamp, and it's like a $200 lamp.
I will pay you for the lamp, but that's the only thing I broke. I didn't break anything else in your house. There's no way that's a $200 lamp. My God, I'll replace the exact model. I can get it at Target for $20.
Are you kidding me? Now you're calling me cheap? You're going to degrade my style choices? You're going to make fun of me?
No.
This is supposed to be an apology?
No, I'm not. No, not at all. I'm not making fun of your taste or your style or anything else. I am taking issue with you trying to turn a profit on this.
Don't even insult me. I'm not trying to make a buck off of you. Don't be ridiculous.
I will replace the lamp. I will write you a check for $40. That'll cover the lamp, and that'll give you a couple of dollars extra, and that should take care of it. There's no way
that
I'm
it's
paying
not
$200.
going to cover the cost of the lamp.
Any Target, any Walmart, any IKEA in this country has that lamp.
I think you didn't really take a good look at it after you as you were running from the room sobbing. I don't think you really took a good look at what a nice lamp you broke.
All right, yeah, you know what? Sure, you're right. It's so expensive. Why don't you show me a receipt to prove it? You show me a $200 receipt for that lamp, and I'll give it to you.
I'm not showing you I'm not showing you any receipt, and you're going to pay me the money for the lamp, or I'm going to have people come over there and kick your ass. I'm serious. I'm not.
Oh, now you're threatening me. Now you're threatening me. Really classy.
Yeah, I am.
Really classy. You know what? Now I'm not even going to give you the $25 for your damn lamp, and you can go over to IKEA and you can replace it yourself.
Awkward.
Oh, God. Yeah.
What is that? Hello?
Hi, Melody.
Oh, God.
Hello?
How are you?
What is going on? Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you kidding me? He called the radio?
Yes.
Hey.
This is called an awkward Tuesday.
The radio?
Yes. This is called an awkward Tuesday phone call. Dave wanted to call and apologize to you on the air for breaking your lamp.
Some kind of apology putting me on the radio. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm going to kill you.
Oh, God.
And I don't think that went exactly as Dave planned it to go.
Well, what kind of apology is he trying to make right now? This is ridiculous. And then
hey, I apologized. I just didn't know you were going to try to turn it into a week's paycheck.
Dave, you broke her lamp, dude. Like, if it's a $200 lamp, why are you getting upset?
Please, it's not a $200 lamp. You know how you can replace it? At the end of the college semester, every dorm empties out and they throw those lamps away. She can get 10 of them
You're
for free.
so ridiculous. How do you know? You have no idea. You don't even look at the lamp that you broke.
Because I've walked through a Walmart before. I know a cheap lamp when I see one.
Why
Dave.
are you doing this, dude?
Dave, the whole reason you did this phone call was to apologize to Melody, not to be a to her about her lamp.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I tried to apologize, but now she's just trying to extort money out of me. Now I've changed my mind.
Are you always this angry?
You know what? Why don't you buy a lamp that can withhold the blows of a pillow? No, you cheap crap.
What? The lamp
I can't believe I didn't buy a $1 million TV.
I think Dave's
Oh my God.
I think Dave's just like the angriest guy on the planet, man. All right, so Dave, okay, you don't want to pay $200 for the lamp.
No, I'll pay her $25. That's what it's worth.
What? Dave, have you gone shopping lately? I mean, have you gone into a Crate and Barrel or something? They're not $25.
That lamp
any kind of
is
lamp.
not available at Crate and Barrel. That lamp is available at Walmart, Target, and probably a Goodwill.
So you're gonna lose all of your friends over the price of a lamp. It's not worth $200 to you.
I'm not going to lose my friends when they find out that you tried to extort extra money out of me. No way.
You are such a little piece of shit. The lamp was worth money. Go ahead and try to buy the same lamp for the money that you think you can and bring it over, and let's see if it's the same lamp.
Well,
if it's still sitting here.
I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to replace it. Now you can take your $200 and you can furnish your whole apartment and all the Craigslist crap you want.
You're so ridiculous. You're so ridiculous.
All right. I don't. Okay, so I don't think you two are going to get along.
No. I'm serious. If I don't get the $200 cash in the next 48 hours, I'm not kidding. I will send people over there to kick his ass. I'm not kidding.
Melody, calm down, you two.
Hey, Melody, if you want to do that, Melody, can you just do it live on the air here?
No!
The awkward Tuesday beating.
You could use a lot of sound effects in that way.
So, Dave, you're not going to pay for it. You're not going to pay $200.
No, I'll pay $25 and that's it.
Are you scared about getting your ass kicked?
Please, I'm not going to get my ass kicked.
He's not scared. Did you see the way he took out that lamp?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Taylor is on the phone for a second date update today, and if Taylor can't score a date with the dude that she wants to call, I'm pretty sure that I will be scheduling a man date with him.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
You like him already that much?
Sounds like he and I have similar interests. That's all I'm saying, because they met at the salon. I don't know what sort of service he was getting, but I spend a lot of my time in salons and been looking for a bro to do it with me.
Well, I will say your cuticles are top notch.
Thank you very much. So, Taylor, you've got some competition if you don't get a second date, okay?
Okay.
She sounds scared.
All right, your email says that you met the dude at the salon. Was he working there?
No. He was also getting a pedicure. We both were.
Oh, now I want to meet him even more. Even more.
Were you lucky enough to get a chair next to said man's chair?
Yes, we were sitting right next to each other.
Ooh, that's a lot of time to get to know somebody.
How did that happen? Did you guys did he show you something in his Us Weekly that he was checking out? Yeah. They always have Us Weeklies.
He was just sitting there. I found him attractive, so I initiated a conversation. I just told him, I don't see a lot of guys in here.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he pampers himself, and once a month he gets a pedicure.
Really?
Then he said, maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so he threw it out there. He wanted you to know immediately that he was single.
Yes. So then we got a little flirty with each other. He said that he liked my feet, and then I told him I like his lips.
What? Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you went for it. By the way, that's the one place where I think it's okay when you're starting to flirt with someone to just be like, I like your feet. If you're getting a pedicure. In any other situation, it's creepy, for sure.
Yeah.
But you went straight to his lips. That's definitely going to tell him, hey, I'm down to kiss you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was.
Okay, I like
All
your
right.
style. So who asked who out?
He did. He invited me to his house for dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That same night or?
That same night, but little did I know, I was the main course.
Whoa.
It's got hot
Now I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I don't know. That went fast.
See,
We moved
suddenly
too fast.
every dude that's out there real men don't get pedicures. Now they're all on the phone frantically trying to book an appointment.
I never understood that anyway. It's just your feet. Why wouldn't you want to have nice feet? Man or
Seriously.
women?
It seems weird to me.
And ladies love nice feet.
Yeah.
And dudes' feet are usually terrible. So even if your feet look halfway okay, they're like, wow, he takes care of himself. So anyway, back to the point. It sounds like you had a really nice date with him.
Yeah.
I definitely did. And the next morning, I said, do you want to go get some brunch? And he said he had a dentist appointment, which I'm not sure I believed.
Okay.
Why
wouldn't
didn't
you believe him?
Just the tone of voice, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want brunch. I have a dentist. Dentist appointment.
Yeah, not that exaggerated, but yeah.
He like looked at a toothbrush, and that's the first thing that came to his head.
Yeah.
So how did you leave things then?
Well, we did both agree that we wanted another date, and I've been really busy recently, and I know he probably has too, but I've been trying to make time to see him, and he's not really calling me back. We have exchanged a couple texts. I just don't really feel like he's trying to, go on a second date. He's not putting in the effort that I am.
Weird. Was there anything that made you feel like this was more than just one wild, crazy night?
I mean, when we were talking and having conversations, it turned out that we had a lot in common. So, I mean, I definitely would like to pursue this and get a little deeper than, a one-night stand.
Right.
I shouldn't say deeper.
Yeah, I know. I was trying so hard not to make a joke. Thank you for addressing it for me. That helped.
You're welcome.
He has been texting you, though.
Yeah, we've exchanged some texts back and forth.
This one's strange to me because it's not like a big drunken night that just turned into a hookup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever ate dinner, but I assume you had some sort of conversation other than just getting in.
Yeah, we ate a little.
Yeah. Like take 2 bites and you're like, you know what? Screw this. And then you throw everything off the table. You're like, get over here. At least that's what happened on your date in my mind. Okay. But any idea why he doesn't want to see you again?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't think there was a problem in the bedroom area. But I hope that he doesn't think that I'm too easy because I just slept with him, on the first night.
And if he does, I'm sorry, he slept with you too. He's just as easy as you are.
I know, but you know how there's different standards for women.
Yeah, but I hate that. It makes me angry.
So why? Because they just assume that then you sleep with everyone the first time you meet them. And guys do that.
Exactly. And lots of dudes are down to sleep with it. Dude, I walk down the street. Every time I pass somebody, I'm like, yeah, probably sleep with them. So dudes are worse, but then they judge you if you do it. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out what it is. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Taylor is on the phone, and Taylor met the dude she wants to call today while she was getting a pedicure. He was also getting a pedicure next to her, and everybody knows where pedicures lead. The bedroom. They ended up having a one-night stand.
No! It sounds like they didn't even make it to the bedroom, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic story, Girl goes in for a pedicure, meets dude getting a pedicure, then they go back to his house, have all kinds of crazy fun all night, and then wake up in the morning, and he doesn't call her back. Just a classic story. Oh, yeah. Taylor, are you ready to call John and see why he won't agree to another date?
I am. I'm starting to get a little... I don't know. I'm not really sure about the whole situation and if I'm actually want to go on another date because I like him or if I'm just kind of like pissed at him at this point.
Well, is this your first one-night stand?
No.
So why do you think this one would be different than the others? I mean,
we were talking a lot and he's really fun. We had a lot in common. I mean, I think we could have something more than just a one-night stand.
Okay.
Like a 2-night stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe one night and another night again.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, what it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures, too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Oh, okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, that's... I mean, I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
She told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What is that? I mean, I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell
but
you guys?
she just told us that you guys hooked up. But she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car. And I was like, cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met. But, you know, I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. You know, again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. You know, she comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffle bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or like you know travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag and she takes out this mask.
Mask? Like
a mask.
It sounded like you said meth for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
Mask.
That would almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K. And this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like
it's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, you know, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Red eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you know, you should call like 911 or something.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, and now all of this is getting thrown on me, you know, literally minutes after we've just finished, you know. And then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagine it. Like Darth Vader, she's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is...
Come on, no, that's not her fault. She obviously
It's not her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like, I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together, but that was just... That threw me off, man. So, I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's just, I mean, you know, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing, you know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, you know, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or she's just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly.
Yeah. Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way. But since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. And you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry, that is like red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Seriously. Well, you know what? Maybe we should, okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date update.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why,
wouldn't.
because you would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad,
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Well, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you take home, just give them a heads up about the mask that you're going to pull out of your duffel bag at some point in their lives.
Okay, well, next time you bring someone home, you should probably warn them about the biohazard that is your sheet.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Physical injury on a first date can sometimes put a damper on things.
Only sometimes?
Sometimes. Other times,
Oh, okay.
it can be downright hot. No. Am I right? Yeah, there's a safe word for a reason, people. Use it. Howie is on the phone with us today, and he wants to call a girl named Quinn, who he injured on their date.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's as bad as I'm making it out to be.
It never is.
But we'll talk about it in a second. Howie, how you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, man. So how'd you meet the girl that you want to call today?
I met her on Facebook through a mutual friend. I saw some of her pictures and thought she was really cute. So just started giving her compliments and comments and stuff, and we just started talking.
Throw her a like or two.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe a poke.
And then she's putty in your hands, right?
Sort of.
All right. What was her name, by the way?
Quinn.
Quinn. Okay. What did you guys do when you actually went out?
So we were talking a lot about music and stuff, so I thought it might be cool to do a DJ spin class, like where you learn how to mix beats and scratch and stuff like that.
That's a great date idea.
Yeah, I never even thought
Was
of
she
that.
just totally excited about it?
Yeah, we were both excited. It just ended up being a lot harder than we thought it would be.
Can I be honest with you? When I read your email, and it's because you said in there DJ spin class in your email, I was thinking spinning bikes. Like you guys went,
Like a spin class?
yeah,
Like they went to
like
an
you guys
exercise?
went exercising together, and there was a DJ.
There's a live DJ there?
Yeah, that's your idea is way better than what I pictured. Okay,
That would be a terrible...
yeah, that would be bad. So how was the DJ class?
Well, it was fun. I mean, that's a lot harder than it looks, man. I got to give those guys credit who do that. So we were both having a hard time with it, but we were having fun. It was like laughing about it. And
So neither one of you are going to be the next David Guetta, is what you're saying.
I don't think so.
All right. Did you guys go out after the class?
Yeah, I invited her back to my place for some drinks and, listen to music that we don't have to be the DJs. And it went pretty well. We started making out after a while, and suddenly out of nowhere, she pulls away and runs to the bathroom and came back, and she was, like, blotting her face with a tissue.
What?
Like, apparently my stubble gave a rug burn on her nose, and she started bleeding.
She was bleeding because you have facial hair.
I've had that happen. It happens.
No, seriously.
Yeah, it does.
It's gross. I hugged my dad once, and same thing happened. I was like, ow, man, what's wrong with your face
But
right now?
blood?
Wow, how
Like
hard did you hug your dad? Jeez.
I hadn't seen him in a while.
I've had that happen. I've been making out with a girl, and it's literally like giving her like a rash. So it does happen.
Oh my God, you guys are so aggressive. Be a little bit gentler with these women.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a pretty aggressive makeout, and I had no idea what was happening. And, once I saw she was bleeding, I felt horrible about it.
Sorry about your nose. I
still cannot believe that.
It's your fault for
Yeah.
being a good kisser.
Sorry about being such a man with this aggressive 5 o'clock shadow. What'd you say to her when she came back and her nose was all messed up from making out with you?
Well, I was, like, really sorry about it, and she was cool. I mean, she took it in stride. We kind of laughed about it. She was really down to earth. She didn't seem like she was mad at me or anything.
She didn't seem embarrassed by it or anything?
Yeah, I mean, she seemed embarrassed. I don't blame her. She had tissue on her nose. She was bleeding. But, overall, we had a good date. She let me kiss her on the cheek on the way out.
Did you guys make plans to go out again?
I asked her if she wanted to hang out again. She said, yeah, sure. We didn't make plans right then, though.
Well, yeah, you got to let the nose heal before she can go out again. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since that night?
I texted her twice. First time, just kind of trying to be cute, asking about her nose, and didn't hear anything. And then I tried her again, just to be like, hey, what's up? And nothing.
Text her a picture of Rudolph.
Poor thing.
Just rub it in. So you haven't heard a word from her since your date?
Nope.
And have you asked your mutual friend that you guys both know on Facebook if she said anything about your guys' date?
I haven't asked her. I didn't. I mean, I just thought that might be kind of weird.
Yeah. So just start bugging
different.
people about it. Hey,
Did she talk to you yet?
what's up with Quinn? Why isn't she calling me back? I need to know. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Sounds great.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Howie is on the phone with us, and he wants to do a second date update today for a girl who he met on Facebook. They went out to a DJ class, went back to his house, and ended up making out for a while until she got a rug burn on her nose from his stubble and started to bleed. We're about to call her right now and see if that's the reason that she's not calling him back. Howie, I was thinking about it, and let's see. So you injured her physically within about 2 hours of your time together. I'm guessing she's probably not calling you back because she's just waiting to serve you with legal papers. That's what I think.
I hope not.
Were was she into the makeout session? Because it just seems a little aggressive if you're making her bleed off of some stubble.
She seemed into it. I mean, everything seemed to be going well until that one moment.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if that's the reason she's not calling you back, okay?
Cool.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Quinn, please?
This is Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, can you say again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
It's a radio show. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
Uh-huh.
It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, we get you on the phone to ask why.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about exactly.
You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed us about you because you haven't been returning any of their phone calls or text messages.
Who did that?
His name is Howie.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. So Howie got in touch with you and asked you to...
Yes. He emailed us and asked us to get a hold of you to find out why you're not calling him back. We actually talked to Howie, and he told us a little bit about your date. He said that you guys had a great time, so he's confused. Does that mean that you didn't have a great time?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe this is happening.
What'd you think of Howie when you guys went out?
I mean, he's totally nice. I would be friends with him. That's cool, but
So he's good enough to friend zone after one date, but not good enough to date romantically.
yeah. I mean, I oh my God. I mean, I'll just tell you. So he's just not a very good kisser. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's
Are you talking about the rash that he gave you?
Yeah.
Who told you about that?
He told us about it. I wasn't trying to blow up his spot too early, so I didn't want to bring it up to you. But now that you say that he's a bad kisser, I'm guessing that that's the issue.
Well, that wasn't entirely true.
Wait, the bleeding wasn't entirely true, or?
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's like really wet and sloppy kisser, like all at once, like a washing machine, like sucking on my face.
So it's just really drooly and slobbery and gross.
I mean, honestly, I've like never had that experience, and I really didn't know what to do. It was like a lot and kind of gross. So I went into the bathroom, and I was just like, how do I get out of this? So I was sitting there, and I saw that he had a loofah.
Saw that he had a what?
A loofah?
A loofah, like a shower thing?
Yeah, like a rough sponge thing.
Okay.
So I rubbed it on my nose.
No.
Like,
what?
And I
You gave yourself a rash on your nose from his loofah?
Mhm.
Are you serious?
I didn't know what to do. It was the only way I could think of getting out of it.
Are you being serious right now?
I know. I'm not proud of it. I mean,
Have you ever had a rash like that from making out before, or that's just something that came to you?
I had a roommate who did.
Okay.
Why
And so you drew on the experience of your roommate and took his loofah, rubbed it on your nose until it started to bleed so that you could say he gave you a rash so he didn't have to kiss you anymore.
Why didn't you just say, I have to go? Like, why would you ever do something like that?
Well, honestly, like, it was going well until then, and he knew I didn't have anywhere to go. It would have been so weird. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out of there.
As weird as what you did, I don't think so.
I was desperate.
How long did it take for your nose to heal?
I still have a little stab on my nose.
Oh my God.
So it's been like over a week that you've damaged your nose to get out of a date with this guy.
Yeah, it's not one of my most proudest moments.
That is amazing.
Escape
Quinn,
artist.
thank you for being honest with us. I appreciate it.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I said that.
Now I feel like I must be honest with you and let you know that Howie is actually on the other line listening.
What?
Yeah, I feel like I owe you that.
Hey, Quinn.
Oh, my God.
Geez, I don't know what to say here. I've never had any complaints about my kissing in my entire life.
Yeah, Howie, she didn't just complain about it. She damaged her body to not kiss you.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say either.
Well, you just said it, I guess.
Yeah, I think actions speak louder than words here.
This is so crazy to me.
I really didn't want you to know. I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, was I really that bad of a kisser?
I don't know what else to tell you. You know the story now.
Quinn, there has to be something. I mean, I've made out with some pretty bad kissers before. You can kind of maybe coach them a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess some girls are into that, and I'm not. So maybe we could. I mean, I can't imagine it's like what was natural to him. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys just might not match up kissing-wise.
Oh my
It's a thing. I wouldn't want to have to sit down and coach somebody on how to kiss, but I also would not take sandpaper to my nose in order to get out of kissing them. I would just stop. Well, Quinn, I would love to see if you'd like to go on a second date with Howie. We'll pay for a second date if you'll go out with him again.
Oh.
Yeah, try another kiss.
What?
You have to kiss at the end of it, though. If you don't kiss at the end of it, I'm not paying for it.
I don't know if I can go through that again.
Hey, you know, if you give me a second chance, I'll lay off the wetness of the kisses.
Oh, my good Lord.
That's a weird way to put it, Howie. Yeah, awkward. But Quinn, would you be interested in going out with him again if he lays off the wetness of the kisses?
Well, I did have a good time. So, I mean, if he can reduce the amount of body fluids, I mean...
Are we still talking about kissing here?
Yeah, this is taking a weird turn.
I may go out with him again if there's no kissing, or figure out some way to kiss with less slobbering, and I mean maybe
Okay.
maybe less slobbering.
Howie, do you think you can do that? Do you think that you can work on your kissing and slobbering and stuff?
I definitely think so, but just for the record, is second base off the table?
Oh, my God. You have no shame,
Trying to
Howie.
negotiate
You have
right now.
no shame.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text message in at 78592 about today's second date update. It says, I like an aggressive makeout session, and I've had many chin and nose rashes as a result. Happens all the time, but never self-inflicted. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you missed the second date update, Howie wanted us to call this girl named Quinn. When they were making out, she got a rash on her nose, and it started to bleed. And he thought that was the awkward thing that happened on their date. But when we called her, we found out she just didn't like the way that he was kissing. So she gave herself a rash in the bathroom with his loofah.
Which I wouldn't touch a stranger's loofah with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, we got a text in, too, at 78592. It says, disgusting. I would never use a stranger's loofah on my face. That's worse than sloppy kisses.
I agree.
A lot of people are texting in, too, saying there's kissing workshops that this guy could go to. I've given a lot of rashes with my stubble.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, for sure. If you don't shave a lot, I have very coarse hair. And so if I know I'm about to make out, I'll shave beforehand.
But have you ever been on a date that a kisser is so bad you injured yourself to get out of it?
No.
Just say you gotta leave or fake a phone call or something. She needs to work on her excuses.
It's like a debate on the text message board right now, though. People are saying it's sloppy kisses. Other people are like, I get rashes all the time. Text in at 78592. Have you ever had a nose or a face rash from stubble? And has it ever bled so much that you had to leave the date? And have you ever actually loofah'd your nose
Oh my God.
to get out of a date, or was this a rare occasion? Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.